Hey, everybody, welcome to the show today. We are near Disney, and whether you're watching from our Facebook or our YouTube channel, we always appreciate you guys tuning in to see what we've got going on. I am Elijah with Florida in Motion Realty, tuning in for Kim Hawk, the fairy godmother of real estate. She has some other real estate, Christmassy, magical obligations at the moment, but she has entrusted me with her magic wand to host the show and continue to bring you the best of what's on the market within a 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle. She's got her own special Disney nickname for me, Elijah, the Prince of Real Estate. So I'll take it and be happy to be here with you today in the studio, which is always so fun for me to get to come out here. So today is December 23rd, which be happy to say Merry Christmas Eve Eve for anyone who gets the Friends reference, or maybe not. Maybe you're more of a Seinfeld person, in which case have a happy Festivus, if that's even possible. So you may notice that we're going to have a little bit of a new form factor here if you've been tuning into our show for a while. In order to be a little bit less of a time commitment for you during this busy season, and in order to create more touch points with you ourselves, we have split our show kind of into two streams. So this one is going to continue to be the Friday 1:30 stream, where we're going to show you some of our cool produced content and bring up Prince Elijah. Oh, thank you. Appreciate someone's commenting. Have a Merry Christmas Eve Eve. Thanks for commenting. Yeah, so that we're going to give you some of our produced evergreen content here. But then on Wednesday, that's the new thing. We call it Wind Down Wednesday, where the other members of the Kim Hawk Dream Team, our real estate Central Florida specialists, settle in the evening at 7 o'clock over various glasses of wine, have a chat about what the market looks like, answering your questions. That is a dedicated Q&A with 5 experts there to answer. You're always welcome to participate in the chat, ask me a question. I'll do my best to get the best information to you as well during this stream, but just want to plug Wind Down Wednesdays, because around this time of day in the afternoon, it's not quite 5 o'clock yet, so maybe I'll just settle for a glass of eggnog. So anyway, I'm gonna get the show here going for you. We've got this cool video in our new series about what we think we're having fun with. Other cities in Central Florida are themed after if we thought of these cities and neighborhoods in terms of the being attractions in the Magic Kingdom. So feel free to enjoy our theory about Winter Garden. Oh, hello there. So we had a technical difficulty. I am sorry I disappeared on you for a second. And wouldn't you know it, I clicked the play button on our video that we had uploaded here for you, and it has suddenly disappeared and kind of crashed the stream there. So very, very sorry about that. So that may be a little bit of a tease there, and we may have to hold on. If you stick with me, I might be able to still find it for you. Apologize for the technical difficulty there. Okay. Let's see if this works.
Everybody, it's Kim Hawk, and I'm known as YouTube's fairy godmother of real estate, and I am here with my dream team, my realtor dream team today. And we've been talking about our theory in regards to what was Walt Disney's legacy beyond the theme parks, And so we are now talking about Adventureland and its correlation to Winter Garden. So let's start talking about that a little bit. What do you think, Elijah? And actually start introducing yourselves too, because I call him the Prince of Real Estate.
Yeah, I'm Elijah with Kim Hawk's team at Florida in Motion Realty. She calls me the Prince of Real Estate because we love to keep our connection to Disney when we talk about real estate as well. And yeah, I think that's a cool idea to start envisioning what other areas in Central Florida kind of give off the Disney vibes, and if they were an area of the park, what would they be? It's cool you bring up Adventureland, because when I think of Winter Garden, I get Adventureland vibes when I think about the connection to the Enchanted Tiki Room. Actually, that's a really cool place to see tropical birds and some views of the cool nature enclosed in that space. Because when I did a bike tour and I was going all out around West Orange Trail, getting a feel for the miles and miles of those beautiful sights, kind of forging and adventuring my way to tough through. There were all of these signs for walking paths and nature trails that you could go into, and they would give you these beautiful signages that showed you all of the birds that you could watch out for bird watching. And I thought that was a cool way to connect it to Adventureland.
Was there a restaurant that was... No. Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
Oh, yes, you're right. And with the birds as well, when you actually go to the downtown of Winter Garden, one of my very favorite places to get brunch just in all Central Florida is Three Birds. It's a cute little place, and I love it.
That's perfect. Anybody else?
Yeah, well, I think that Adventureland ties to Winter Garden because, as you know, in Adventureland, the Swiss Family Robinson, they were building their home and always adding to it. And Winter Garden has a great selection of new construction homes. So if you're up for the adventure of building a new home, definitely go to Winter Garden for the new construction there.
Oh, that's a great point. That's a great
Mm-hmm.
point. And Miranda, do you have any thoughts?
Well, yeah. I mean, one of the oldest attractions in Adventureland is the Jungle Cruise. And it was one of the opening day attractions there for not only Disneyland, but Magic Kingdom as well. So, you know, Winter Garden is home to so many beautiful lakes, and you can take in the nature, kind of similar to what you were saying there with the birds, Elijah. But it's a beautiful sense of adventure for those that are young at heart. You don't have to be older, you don't have to be younger, you don't have to look for a high sense of thrill, and I think it really is something that we can find a lot of common ground in.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
yes, absolutely. And so for those of you, if you haven't seen part 1 series, it was about how Celebration Florida connects to Main Street in the Magic Kingdom. Part 2 was actually Lake Nona and how it connects with Tomorrowland in the Magic Kingdom. And so we'd love to hear your comments below in regard to, do you believe that Adventureland and Winter Garden have a connection, right?
Love to hear it.
Love to hear what you think. And if anybody has any needs for real estate, if you're buying or selling, please make sure you get a hold of my dream team. You're going to see their telephone numbers below, because I'm sure my magical YouTube group is going to make sure that's connected. But in the meantime, Merry Christmas, right?
Yeah,
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Here in Florida, we have something special we never enjoyed at Disneyland, the blessing of size. There's enough land here to hold all the ideas and plans we could possibly imagine. I don't believe there's a challenge anywhere in the world that's more important to people everywhere than finding solutions to the problems of our cities. But where do we begin? How do we start answering this great challenge? Well, we're convinced we must start with the public need. And the need is not just for curing the old ills of old cities. We think the need is for starting from scratch on virgin land and building a special kind of new community. So that's what Epcot is, an experimental prototype community that will always be in a state of becoming. It will never cease to be a living blueprint of the future, where people actually live a life they can't find anywhere else in the world.
And I'm excited to say we are in Winter Garden today. as we were driving through town, we saw stuff that you don't normally see around Central Florida. One being, we've seen a lot of golf carts. There's wonderful shops. I think Rod, my husband, is going to tell you some history of this town as well. A lot of good stuff in regard to bike paths that you can come out here and even rent a bicycle. So stay tuned. We can't wait to tell you more about this alive and vibrant city in Central Florida.
The parking garage fills very, very quickly. So we just drive around, pick people up, bring them to the market, and then we'll sit here and wait for a few minutes if anybody wants to go back to their cars, make it easier to buy produce. Nobody wants to carry a watermelon, a mile down the road. So we do that every Saturday. And then as an ambassador, because we work actually for the city, we walk around, help the vendors and the stores if they need any assistance, if they need to go to the restroom, and we can watch the store for them, and just kind of give people guidance on the different things going on.
So how many of you know that when Winter Garden first started, it wasn't really made of brick buildings, but there was a big fire, and now you have these gorgeous, gorgeous brick buildings in order to protect that so that we can all come out and enjoy all the beauty of Winter Garden. Check out this beautiful Winter Garden water tower as well.
Got to catch that train, I got places to go. I'm leaving out of home, I don't know where I'll stop.
The other train station here in Winter Garden, that has a yellow caboose in front of it. That caboose came from the Root collection also. They gave us 10 barnwood cabinets and the china. They gave them the yellow caboose.
We are here in front of the Winter Garden Community Theater, and did you know this theater was the first one in Central Florida that had talkies, and it was built in 1935. So check it out. We've got some footage for you. We are standing in front of the famous Edgewater Hotel. This hotel is from 1927, and it's got a lot of cool historic things that have occurred here. Errol Flynn stayed here. Humphrey Bogart stayed here. During World War II, a lot of the soldiers were housed here. And guess what? When they were building the Magic Kingdom, a lot of the workers stayed in this hotel right behind us. So make sure you check out this historic place, Edgewater, which is on Plant Street in Winter Garden, Florida. What some people may not know is I worked with Emeril Lagasse for 5 years, and I had some of the best experiences working with an executive chef that really taught me a lot. And guess what? I would tell you that one of the best restaurants in all of Central Florida is right behind me. It's in Winter Garden, and it's called the Chef's Table. You've got to make a reservation. They've got a special room in the back, and you've got to make sure that you get some time in here and experience some really great food right here in Central Florida. We are looking at a bunch of people that are parking their bikes right here in Winter Garden, because you know what? There's 34 miles on the West Orange Trail, and what better way to take a little bit of a break and maybe visit Urban Flats, have a coffee, even go to a French restaurant. This is where it's happening. We are here in Winter Garden with the ambassador of Winter Garden. Her name is Sue, and Sue has told us that one of her favorite stores is a place called Adjectives. And it wasn't hard. What we did was we just went in within a couple of minutes and she said, pick the things that you like. And so what have you got here, Sue?
I love this shirt. I love Winter Garden.
So everybody make sure you check out Adjectives here in Winter Garden. You're not going to be disappointed. Tell them that Sue, the ambassador of Winter Garden, sent you, okay?
Winter Garden has this awesome bookstore. It's the Writer's Block bookstore. I'm a teacher, so I love looking through the children's section to see what book I can read to my class next. And it's one of my favorite places here in Winter Garden.
We are at the Moon Cricket Grill, and this is a building that was built in 1912. And the great thing about it is the ceilings, the floors, the walls, they're all original. All of these are from 1912, but they've added a lot of additional history to this place. If you look at the tops of the bar, you'll see that they were bowling alley lanes from the Orlando Naval Training Center, which is now Baldwin Park. You'll also notice that the light fixtures and the brass railings and even the doors came from Rosie O'Grady's from Church Street Station. So this place is full of history. I love history, and I think that you'll love Winter Garden.
You're not going to find a place like this just anywhere in Central Florida. The attic door, great couches, guitars, live music. This is my kind of place. I don't know about you, but look at all the fun furniture. You can look at the cool fabric. So make sure you get a chance. It even says relax, dream, enjoy, relax, dream, enjoy. Say that a couple of times and you're going to find a lot of joy right here in Winter Garden. You have got to check out this beautiful boutique. And the owner is standing right here. And we're going to ask her to introduce herself and tell us what she likes most about her store.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. Yeah, we have a great boutique here. We love being right here in the heart of downtown Winter Garden. We're a great boutique where moms can shop, daughters can shop. We have all kinds of stuff coming in every single week. So we're having a great time.
Yes, and it's really close to everything, and you've easy parking. And like she said, you know, you've got great dressing rooms. It's well lit, lots of options. So make sure that you check it out. And once again, it's called Apricot Lane. Am I saying it the right way? Sometimes Apricot Lane Boutique right here in Winter Garden. So this place has got so much going on. It's alive and vibrant. We are in Winter Garden. It's called Plant Street Market. And the anchor of this is called the Crooked Can. It's a brewery. And if you go inside, you're going to find all kinds of cool special areas where maybe a butcher might be there. There might be a donut place. But what you're going to see is a lot of people are sitting outside enjoying this beautiful weather. Some people are riding their bicycles up and some people are bringing their golf carts. So you might as well check it out because I'm telling you what, we're having a lot of fun here, right here in Winter Garden. So as we close out our day in Winter Garden, it just made me think, whoever named this town Winter Garden? So those of you that are up north and have experienced the severe winters and you're visualizing a garden, aren't we thinking about the Garden of Eden? It almost feels like that when you walk through this beautiful town. So if there's anything we can ever do real estate-wise for you, please let us know. If you felt like this was valuable to you at all, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, like it, do whatever you got to do is what we say. But we would love to stay in contact with you. Please get a hold of us. I am the fairy godmother of real estate, and we do specialize in a 25-mile radius around Cinderella's castle, and that would definitely include Winter Garden. Our telephone number is 407-808-9845. 407-808-9845, and my name is Kim Hawk. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody, and don't forget to check out next week, because guess what we're going to do next week? We're going to talk about the connection between Frontierland and St. Cloud. I think that's going to be a pretty good one. Hope to see you next week as well.
Yeah, that's so if you enjoyed our highlight of talking about our series with what Central Florida city has the spirit of which attraction area in Magic Kingdom, definitely tune in next week, because we're gonna continue on that to keep the magic going there. So sorry again earlier about that technical difficulty. I'm glad that the show got to keep going along, because we were really excited to share this highlight of Winter Garden for you. And kind of like Kim said at the end of the video, here in Florida, the weather app says it's a high of 72 here in Central Florida. So it's a very different kind of winter in Winter Garden. And if you are interested in the real estate market there, what inventory and housing looks like, whether you're looking for condos, townhouses, single family home, what have you, definitely reach out to me. My phone number, Kim's phone number, was in the video as well. We just love to be a resource to you, and continue to be a resource to you as well, because the fairy godmother of real estate has put out a book that's going to be an excellent guide for home selling tips. And it's been a collaboration of us in the Dream Team and her putting this together to be to share our expertise with you that way. We've got a buyer's component of it coming. And if you're interested in like, oh, it's still just in time for Christmas, if it would be a good gift for yourself or for someone that you know that is looking to sell their home and is a little daunted by the process, reach out to me in the chat, or give us a text, 407-922-0587. And I would be happy to, just in time be able to send you the digital link to the entire book for you to be able to browse, because that's something that we can maybe even deliver it faster than Santa and his reindeer with just the digital age and the press of a button there. We'd be happy to share that content to you as a gift for being an awesome person who has tuned in and maybe hopefully subscribed to Near Disney's YouTube channel as well. So guys, appreciate you tuning in. I'm always available to you. We'll see you next week when we continue to highlight our series. And so in the meantime, of course, Merry Christmas. Have a great day.